Hello, I'm Judith Dakota, licensed under the name Sage Dakota as a marriage and family therapist, and this is part 2 of What Are Twin Flames? So I'm going to be talking now about the difference between twin flames and soulmates. So the twin flame or twin ray is part of our spirit, and the spirit and soul are actually two different things. So the spirit is pure divine light, and it is untainted. It does not collect karma. And the soul is like an overlay that comes in with us along with our spirit. And the soul collects karma. So if we do something that goes against universal law, then we have a karmic debt we need to pay back somehow. And we can carry that with us through multiple lifetimes if we don't clear that karmic debt. And we could end up having to work through that in our current lifetime from something we did 10 lifetimes ago, 100 lifetimes ago, or more. And that can be very challenging if we're living what we think is a good life and we're experiencing hardships and we don't understand why. It's not always the reason, but sometimes the reason is because of karma from previous lifetimes. So when we meet a twin flame, that person has their soul, we have our soul. We have two different souls. They're not the same soul, contrary to what some people think. But the part of their spirit they're carrying inside of them is half of the part of the spirit we're carrying inside of us. If you didn't see the first part of my video, please watch that, where I explain how the spirit was torn into 4 pieces. So there were 2 parts of the divine masculine and 2 parts of the divine feminine. And you can meet, you can be carrying part of the divine feminine or divine masculine in you regardless of your gender. And the person you meet could be carrying part of the divine masculine or divine feminine inside of them in either gendered body. And that would be a quote-unquote twin flame. I say quote-unquote because technically it's a quadriflame. So this is the difference between the spirit and the soul. And this is why our twin flame may mirror many things to us, but they might have a very different personality, or they might decide to leave us because they have other experiences they want to have, because their soul is pushing them to do something else. This is also why a lot of times twin flames will get together, meet each other, and then separate and go their separate ways and have a whole bunch of different experiences and then come back together again later in life because their soul was not mature enough yet to tolerate the intensity of the mirroring that happens with a twin flame relationship. Because you're basically looking at a perfect mirror of your spirit. And if the ego's not ready, the personality's not ready, the soul's not ready, it can be very difficult and challenging. And it takes a lot of spiritual growth and psychological and emotional growth to be ready for the twin flame relationship. But that's not all. We also just have to be at the right point in time. And sometimes our soul just has other experiences it needs to have before we're ready for the twin flame relationship. So I will talk more about whether or not you should be waiting for your twin flame. There are a lot of people who are saying you should only be with your twin flame. You don't belong with anyone else. You should do everything you can to unite with your twin flame. However, it might be 10 years or 20 years or 30 years from now before you unite with your twin flame, if you even unite with them in this lifetime. So, do you want to be alone the rest of your life? That's a valid question. So I will talk more about that in my next video. Thank you.